In my last video, I have talked about the benefits of living in houses, but in this video, I talk about the benefits of living in apartments. And I do agree that apartments do have many good benefits, but I still don't like to live in it. I don't mean that I hate living in it, but I just mean that I don't want to live in it. So I'm going to talk about two main benefits that I have thought of and agreed with, and I hope you will agree with it too. But if you're already liking to live in a house, then I don't want you to change your decision and change it to living in an apartment if you hear these benefits. But you can do it if you want to. It's your decision, not mine. But I would like it more if you do it my way. So the first benefit of apartment is affordability. Apartments are smaller because they're in a building, and in a building there are so many apartments in it, so the space in one apartment is small, and that makes it cheaper. And for a house it is gigantic, A whole house can take up a whole floor of an apartment, maybe just half, but it can take up a lot of space, and there won't be many people living in a building if the apartment is that big, so it won't be an apartment anymore. And so that makes an apartment cheaper than a house. And when you have a house, if you buy one, then that is okay, but if you build one, then that is not okay, because you have to pay for workers and the materials that are used to build a house, and that will cost a lot of money, and you have to buy so many furnitures for your house. But sometimes in an apartment there are already a few furnitures there, so you only need to buy a bit of it. So that is one benefit, and the next and the last benefit will be a really good one, and I think it is convenience. In an apartment there are so many in a building there are so many apartments, but it's just not everything there is in an apartment. There are also supermarkets, restaurants, cafes, or drink shops, but all of them are below the building or on the first floor of the building, and that makes it easier for you to go. Also, there's a lot of other things too. There are swimming pools, spas, and a beauty shop, and all sorts of those, and they're all in my cousin's apartment, and it makes her family's life so convenient. Like when her mother needs to buy some food, she would just told my cousin to take some money and go down to the first floor of the building, and then she can get whatever she wants. She doesn't have to walk a long way, or her mother doesn't have to drive to a supermarket. They're all in one building. And when you want to swim there, my cousin always swim at the apartment swimming pool, which I think I've been there, and I think it's really, really relaxing and good too. So that is a good benefit of living in an apartment that I really agree with. But I don't really want to live in an apartment, although I think an apartment is still good too. It's just that houses fit my type more. I like a living space that is big not small. And I want to live in something that is big because I'm not a cat, and cats want to live in small spaces. Although I do like cats. So that is all of the two benefits about living in an apartment, and you might agree with it too because it is really good. And I want you to let me know if you want to live in an apartment or in a house, and which place are you living in. So that's all for today, and thank you for listening.